A 5% move in a currency is pretty gosh darn significant. And you'll remember on previous episodes, Mike and I were talking about that the last time Trump was president, the dollar came down.
which is good.
Well, it has liquidity, so it can be good in some way. This is not the trade weighted dollar. We're looking at the DXY, so it's versus other currencies.
I see.
And so when it goes down, the other currencies go up. So the gap between the two,
So they
maybe I
don't
can
like
show you.
that. The other currencies don't like that.
Right. So if you take a look over here at the green one is the United States, and then these other ones are other nations' currencies. And so you can see that they're inversely correlated, right? When this goes up, this goes down. When this goes down, this goes up. And now we're headed down, and these guys are coming up. And so you reduce the discrepancy between the different nations, which correlates with the business cycle. And so what happens in the scenario when the dollar goes down is that it means that liquidity in the future. Remember, I was saying in the previous segment that there's a delay between the government action and then how it shows up in the economy. Sometimes it could be up to 2 years delay. Well, we're at the beginning of that. We're at the beginning of, hey, the dollar's coming down. That means later on, sometime on like starting April, liquidity is going to start juicing up. Okay?
That's
Which
bullish
means
crypto.
you sort of want a recessionary period. You want as deep of a recessionary period before you get to that point. Because if you're going to have the pain of a contraction, get it over with as soon as you can now. And we're seeing that with bond yields, long-term bond yields are coming down. The stock market's down 7%. Bitcoin is down off its highs. Stocks are just rolling over, rolling
Wow.
over, rolling over. So, all right, that's just a couple of the beginning points. I'm going to continue on here with Scott Bessent, who, remember, he's a spokesman for the government. They're all spokesmen for the government, but you don't normally hear the spokesman being this transparent. So let me
And-
just play the next segment over here.
And just a reminder,
what he-
you're proving why you think Donald Trump is intentionally allowing a recession.
Yeah, he's intentionally causing a recession so that we get a bunch of the excess out of the system. Well, this is what it seems to be the case. To get a bunch of excess out of the system to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor, to bring inflation down, and then later on begin cutting rates, QE,